Hello everyone, this is Gary Gravador and welcome to A Bite of the Big Apple. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the top 10 things that you need to observe as a public commuter right here in New York City. Number 1. Always stay on the right side of the escalator or the sidewalk. Do not stand in the middle of an escalator or stop in the middle of a sidewalk. Remember that the left side of the escalator is always the passing side. New York City is a very fast-paced city. It's a huge city, and so you need to treat the sidewalk here like a superhighway, like a human superhighway for the feet. And so you just cannot immediately stop right there in the middle of the sidewalk to take a picture, because chances are you're going to get run over by people, and it's going to cause some accidents. If you want to walk at a leisurely pace or you want to take a pause for a quick snapshot, then you might as well stay on the side so you don't bother anybody and you don't get yelled at by a local. Number 2. Have your card or cash ready before you use the MTA machine. It makes a lot of New Yorkers so annoyed with you when you use the MTA machine too long, just because you are so discombobulated and unprepared. You don't know where your missing Metro card is, or you're still scouring for change from your wallet or purse, or you just don't simply know how much money you're going to put in for a refill on your Metro card. Truth be told, New Yorkers are not rude or obnoxious people. They just don't want somebody to slow them down on their way to their point of destination. That's all. This second rule also applies to orders at fast food restaurants and delicatessens. Number 3. Do not confuse your express for a local train. Pay attention to the trains you're taking. And if in case you're uncertain about it, then simply ask a question. Number 4. When waiting for the next train to arrive, make sure to let the passengers get off first before you board the train. Courtesy counts a lot, and it goes a long, long way. Number 5. Observe queues, especially at a bus stop. Do not cut in when you are in a queue. This lady right in front of me was nonchalant about the queue because she was busy texting on her phone. Now here's another lady right here who's trying to get into the line. But because this lady right in front of me was so preoccupied about her phone, then this second lady decided to simply cut in right in front of us. Of course, I called the lady's attention and told her to get into the end of the line and not to cut in. Number 6. Be attentive at all times. Pay extra attention to yourself and to your immediate surroundings, especially the location of your nearest exit or the emergency brake. And if in case you find yourself alone inside a train car, then do not make the mistake of crossing or going to the next car when the train is still running. Do not make the mistake of pulling the emergency brake cord. It should only be pulled when the motion of the subway presents an imminent danger to life and limb.
This is the last stop on this train. Everyone, please leave the train. Thanks for providing with MTA New York City Tram.
Number 7. Keep some cash at all times. You need to keep cash in your pocket because there's still a lot of establishments here in New York City that do not accept cards, especially those mom and dad restaurants and other small businesses. And so it is imperative that you need to keep cash in your pocket, wallet, or purse. You can't expect these food trucks to accept your credit card or bank card for a Danish and a hot cup of coffee. It is also more practical and less expensive to use cash than to use a credit card or debit card, especially in this time of pandemic when every dollar matters a lot. Number 8. Do not make the mistake of thinking that Manhattan is the only New York City. You need to remember that New York City has 5 boroughs, namely Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, the Bronx, and Staten Island. Number 9. Learn to walk fast in New York City. We run here while we drink our coffee, and we walk while we eat our salad. That is the definition of a New York minute. People move around here so fast and so quick because the day is so short. Meanwhile, the city is so huge and there are just too many things to do in a day. But now that I'm 51 years old, I'm not as fast and as quick like I used to. I still get lost here in New York City, even if I've lived here for a long time. But what can I do? I just laughed at it and don't take myself seriously. New York City is a place where you really need to walk a lot, which means that you need to get yourself a good pair of sneakers in the summer and a pair of reliable boots in the winter. You may opt to drive around Manhattan, yes, but it's not practical. Why? Because number 1, space is at a premium here, which means that it's going to be quite a challenge for you to be driving around and looking for a good parking spot here. Number 2, the alternate side parking regulations here are always in effect except Sundays, which means that if you're not familiar or acclimated with the designated or allotted times, hours, and days, then chances are you'll become vulnerable to getting a parking ticket yourself. And number 3, parking fees here are so expensive that they're going to give you a run for your money. Number 10. Do not make the mistake of standing and asking the cab driver outside of the cab if they go to a certain destination in New York City. Get in and then tell them where you want to go. In New York City, it is against the law for any cab driver to refuse a person based on race, disability, or a destination in New York City. A taxi cab driver is required to drive a passenger to any destination in the 5 boroughs. They are also required to know the lay of the land. Well, I guess that's it for now. Thank you very much for tuning in and for watching this episode. In the meantime, please take good care of yourselves, stay healthy, and pray always. Que Dios te bendiga. Gracias a todos.